all this started because I wanted to read some of your comments, and then I went straight down the rabbit hole. Hello, my silky friends. Yeah, this is crazy. I wanted to address some of the things you've made such good comments on here. And I started with one, and before you know it, I was gone. Of course, we're talking about the corruption in Delphi, Indiana, and, wherever else, because we know it's everywhere. So let me walk you through this like I did. I started with a comment by Two Ears, One Mouth. Now, I'm not going to read all of this to you. I want to focus on the last part of it. And they are talking about Shane Evans. Much more about him doesn't look right, including ties to the family, especially close ties with Cody. Find out where the $10,000 check was going or went that Shane wrote out of city funds on the 13th, and you might find out what really happened. Be forewarned, if you look very deep into this case, you will be drawn in with no way out. It is almost like the Bermuda Triangle. I call it the Delphi Vortex. Okay, you don't, wow. You don't have to go very far to find a lot of pictures with Shane Evans. As you know, if you're familiar with this case, Shane Evans was the mayor at the time of the murders, and then he quit that job and went to work for the prosecutor's office. Supposedly, the prosecutor is an old friend of his, made him an offer he couldn't, refuse, and, whatever. I can't say whether that's true or not, what his motives are, I don't know. But, yes, he did know Cody, and there are lots of pictures. They're very chummy together, so there are ties there. But this $10,000 check, I don't know. I have tried to scour other comments on different channels trying to find somebody who's talking about it. I do not know what it was, but if it was written out of city funds, what service was that for? I'd like to know. And if you don't want to put your comments in here, please email me at silkyandSouthern@gmail.com. I'm very curious to know. I realize that some people can't talk without fear of retribution, and I get that. So, I would like to know more about this $10,000 check. It is very, very, very sus. That's where I started. So as I look at other creators and the comments on their channels, as I've told you before, because you can learn a lot. And so I was perusing some channels, and let me just tell you, this is a side note, but I think some of these creators, especially the bigger ones, are all in cahoots. They all seem to know each other, and they very much are on the narrative that everybody wants us to stay on. So, I wonder where those dollars, Okay, let me just say, I don't get paid for this, all right? I'm just, I am here just talking to you, bothered by things that I'm seeing. So, anyway, I'm on another channel, and I come on to Valurie Mettlers Channel, and I will leave a link down below. Look what I found here. Now, wow. This is mind-blowing. She says, Christopher Parker is connected with the selling of the video, and that is a fact that I found tied with the video of the murders in Delphi, Indiana being sold overseas that I did report to the FBI about with solid factual evidence backing it up. Just a heads up on that. Okay, Valurie, I don't know you, girl, but I would love to know more about that. If that is true, then that is what we have suspected, some of us, for a long time, that this was, CP, CSAM, and one of those films that are horrendous. And if there is some evidence that that film was being sold overseas, I mean, certainly, I imagine on the dark web. I don't know. I've never watched one. Yeah. Well, that would definitely show you the murderers, wouldn't it? So, nobody wants that to get out. So in this reading of stuff, I came across a video of hers, which she said what I had been thinking. And here is where I kind of go down the rabbit hole. If you look at these pictures, okay, because I've noticed this, I've watched so many of the interviews of law enforcement and the family and different stuff, just trying to stay with what is, been broadcast. And I noticed something weird about these people's hands. Like what's that on me? They ain't no telling around here. Yeah. But anyway, these people's hands are in weird positions. I noticed, as a matter of fact, when I first saw this video, I was staring at the hands so intently that I did not even hear what he said, so I had to back up the video. But in one interview, Mike Patty is sitting there with his hands are on the table. Can you see this? But his fingers are doing this. Like, there's a little game we play in our area, which you do this, and it's like, I don't know if y'all know that game. You have to make people look. It's a secret thing, and then they get to hit you. But that is not what this means. This is, it's weird, just on the table like that. You're having an interview and making some kind of hand gesture. And then I noticed, I believe it's Nick McClellan that is doing this number while he's standing. Look at this picture. Like, who stands like that? I mean, really, who stands like that? That is weird. And you'll see several others. So I noticed this when I was watching the different interviews, and I would think, how you just kind of make a mental note to yourself, that's weird. But you're listening to something else and following other trails. Well, this video, I will leave a link to it, talks about, basically she's saying the same thing. And I am gathering, I could be wrong, but I am gathering that this has something to do with a secret society, cult, Freemasonry, something. So what I did is, because I wanted to know about these hand signals, I spent a long time on the internet trying to find, it's very hard to find, real good information on this because it's secret, right? But I found a lot of stuff on Freemasonry and something called mudras. Okay, you know what? I've never heard this before, but whatever. But apparently it is a religious or esoteric, let's just call it esoteric thing, that people do in different religions, or even not in any religion, that's supposed to open up, different healing things in your body, whatever. I'm new to this, so, just call me a dummy, but there are all kind of hand positions that mean different things. This being one, this being one. It's bizarre. So look at some of these. Obviously, these are Freemasonry things, and I don't even know that even reading this you really understand. But, okay, I don't know how to say this. I don't know if I can say this word. The 666 thing, and according to this guide, is like a male part. It's a, there's different words for it, but I don't want to get banned for any of them. So, I don't know what that means. Or are they all Masons? And is this just a symbol of Freemasonry, like I've got your back, or, we're in this together. I don't know, but it's very, very sus. That's all I can say. Because why do you need secrets in this case? Everything should be out in the open, shouldn't it? Oh, but wait, we're sealing everything and then putting a gag order on it. So, it never has been very open, has it? But anyway, one more thing I wanted to show you, and look, I welcome your comments on this. Please be civil. That's all I'm really asking. I came across this too, and I believe this was also by Valurie Mettler. Okay, bridge guy. Lord have mercy. Yes, it looks like Richard Allen. It sure does. You know who else it looks like? It looks like Ron Logan. It even looks like Mike Patty. Yeah, it does. You can compare whatever. It is non-distinctive until she brought this up, and this is pretty unnerving. Now, look at this picture of Bridge Guy. Now, notice that little weird dip in his hat. His hat is obviously brown beige, some kind of shade of sandy color like that. And he's got a weird little dip. Now, my sons wear hats a lot. I don't know that any of their hats that have bills on them have like an indentation there. Like it's kind of a weird spot. Now, just after the murders, there is an interview with Ron Logan. Check out this. Yeah, see that little dip in the hat? That looks very, very similar to Bridge Guy. Now, is that enough to, say it is conclusively? Of course not. But it does make me wonder, and now Ron Logan has passed away, so we may never know. There are a lot of different accounts of him, chasing people away off the bridge or, because that was his land, et cetera, et cetera. Also, Bridge Guy probably isn't the perpetrator. So, I think even, people in law enforcement have kind of said that too. It's not necessarily, this is the guy we're looking for, but is he the perp? Probably not. Anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the hand signals. Do you know, if you have a video or anything I can watch on the different stuff, please send me a link because I would love to study it. Also, again, that $10,000 check. I mean, how far is this going to go? And how long is it going to go before somebody puts a stop to it? That's my question. Or are we going to be 37 years out like Boys on the Tracks and still no answers? Because I don't think in this day and age, people like you and me, we're not going to let it go. We're going to keep fighting this until we get some answers. And I hope that's what you want to do. I know that's what I want to do. And right now, I am done talking. But please, comment below. Tell me what you think. I will see you next time. And remember to stay silky.